And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our blue Terran player, as we have a little pause in there, but we're not going to worry about that. It's our blue Terran player. It's CoachZ. Alrighty. And on the other side of the map, in the top right-hand corner, the reason I wanted to play this Cassis match, the red Zerg player, it's Daddy Tugboat. Which is, if you ask me, an incredible name. I don't know if I've ever heard of a cooler name than that for a StarCraft player, but as I say that, there's an early drone heading out, trying to harass some workers, I guess. It's a low ground wall off from CoachZ, which you don't see too often from a Terran. Usually you wall off on the high ground over there, as CoachZ says, oh hi. The drone going to town, though, and this SCV is getting very, very low. No SCVs have been pulled to help out as their brothers. Now no one comes down, and we'll go to work on this drone. Still looking for the kill, though. He might just find it if he gets one more attack, and does! And the drone will take the kill. First blood. On the back end, Daddy Tugboat has expanded to that natural location. The spawning pool just now starting with the extractor, so gonna go for that hatch first play, and the expansion will come in now for CoachZ. Refinery also starting up. So an early win there for Daddy Tugboat, picking off the SCV, building the barracks. Getting the kill here as the Marine will be first out. No Reaper. CoachZ doesn't have any gas, so pretty hard to actually make a Reaper without any gas. So it makes sense. And a second supply depot can be added on here. It looks like CoachZ is committed to this wall off. Really afraid of an early Ling play, I suppose. So he wants an early wall off so he can protect his natural base. The Marine that's out first will go ahead and make its way over here to try and deal with this Overlord. A second barracks going to be added on. This Overlord does make it to the high ground. Sometimes the Marine is a good choice to try and get rid of those Overlords, but on this map, you got one of those pillars for the Overlord to perch on. Looks like Daddy Tugboat will be taking a third base early on. 2.5 minute mark. So standard timing, but again, if he was fearing an early attack, definitely don't want to expand this early. And we'll pull off gas, so this does mean that there's pretty unlikely there'll be a fast tech up here into a layer or something like that. It's probably just going to be an early mass drone with a few Lings to spot around the map and make sure everything's going okay and make sure there's no big attacks coming in. So definitely going to be a macro focus here for Daddy Tugboat. At least for the time being. It may end up being a Roach Ravager attack at some point or something else going on. We'll see. Second gas already saturated in the main. And we got some Marine stim going to be started right off this first barracks that made a tech lab. The second barracks will be making a reactor. And a third barracks going to be started up as well. So a 3 racks play here. No factory at 3 minutes. He likes the bio. The Reaper did go in. And looks like it got a Zergling kill and some damage. 2 kills actually for the Reaper. I was so concerned about the 3 racks and the tech lab first that didn't even see the nice micro on the other side. That's what it's all about, really. This Queen is trying to make its way over to the third to protect that base as the Reaper comes in. And the Queen will force it away. Another one going to be produced from that third base. And metabolic boost about to finish. Marine's going to be produced 3 at a time here, and soon maybe 5 at a time. See if it's a reactor or a tech lab. Going to be another reactor, so potential for 5 Marines at a time. No factory still, as it's just now being started, along with another barracks. So 4 barracks and a factory coming up for CoachZ. This is a unique build to be sure. I've not seen this too often. A couple Zerglings going to go ahead and check out the watchtower, make sure there's nothing crazy going on. Stim about halfway done. If you can get an early stim push, and that'd be, that could be pretty nice. Move out with the stim upgrade finishing. Fortunately, it doesn't have a second tech lab, so Combat Shield won't be available for quite a while. Well, speaking of a second tech lab, he's adding one on now, but again, Combat Shield not going to be started anytime soon. Starport going to be the next building here, and probably for some medevacs, as some supply depots are added on in the main. Marine's going to head out, kill these Zerglings, and maybe grab the Overlord as well. No! Pneumatized Carapace finishing will save it. Very, very nice. And the Overlord actually will decide to make his way back into the main base. This Overlord has a Death Wish. He's feeling fast. He's feeling speedy. He thinks he can get away, but I'm not so sure. He's going to get a spot here on all of these buildings, though. We'll see the Overlord now, and Daddy Tugboat gets a lot of damage, knows basically all the buildings, knows exactly what's going on here. Another command center will be added on here, the third command center on the game for CoachZ. So it looks like he's going to go up to 3 bases, not going to do a push-off 2 with all these Marines and medevacs. The add-on was also handed over from the factory. He's now building a tech lab out of that. Built the factory for the starport. A couple overlords are on the map here from Daddy Tugboat to keep spotting around. Very good spread of them. So check that out. And speaking of spawning around the map, he's got some lings running around. But these are truly going to be just spotting lings, no big attack yet. Another hatchery being added on here, a 4th hatchery for Daddy Tugboat, and this one's just going to be for production, no mining coming out of that one as of yet. The Baneling nest also here, and some evolution chamber is going to be on the way here. A little bit later for these upgrades, but wanted to make sure he had the units in the economy to back that up. CoachZ going to head out with a drop to start off with. He might just drop in the main here. We'll see what he decides to do. Does have a second medevac, and that second one is heading out now on the other side. Might just, well, it's going to see the Overlords. The Overlords are going to spot this drop, and looks like CoachZ will call it quits, say, alright, I'll just take the Overlord for my troubles, and move on. Evolution Chambers do finish combat shield, going to finish in a moment here. And the main, well, just a queen at each base, really. So not a ton in defense for drops, but he'll definitely know what's coming and be able to move that army out. A bunch of queens here at the 3rd base will stop any sort of attack from there. Medevac's going to pick up again, and this could get picked off by the queens here. There's quite a few. Going to come back over the medevac boosts, and we'll be okay. On red health, though, very, very low. Just 30 health left, and the Marines are going to drop back out. And just going to save themselves for now. 3rd base going to add on some gases here. The lair is going to be at the natural base. We'll finish up in just a moment. 1-1 going to be on the table here. Going to be melee attacks, not ranged. So probably going to commit to, well, say that. Marines on the other side. There's some damage in the main base. We had a drop, got a couple drones, and the lings recruited to come back help that out. So 6 drones killed on the other side. There's a drop to CoachZ. We'll take down a queen. We'll take down some... Nope, you're not going to really get much on this other side as the medevac does go down. These Marines will die, most likely. The ling's going to come out and just make sure they get cleaned up here. So a little bit of damage from CoachZ, but he did sacrifice a medevac and a bunch of Marines on the other side. If he had just done that drop in the main, I think it probably would have been great because he didn't lose anything at all. But now an SCV going to spot these Zerglings again. He knew they were there, but the SCV just making sure. As again, Daddy Tugboat has a very good spread, knows exactly what's going on the map with these Overlords, with these Lings in the middle. Been very, very good about keeping track of everything on the map. The siege tank at the front will deny these Lings here as melee attacks and ground carrier base will finish. So pretty strong bio army here. In terms of upgrades, though, just stim and combat shield, no 1-1 for CoachZ. And I don't think it's in, well, it is on the way, but was just started pretty recently. About a third of the way done here, as another army is going to be added on for that 2-2, and some upgrades for those siege tanks maybe. Or Vikings. He decides to go that route. He decides some Lings trying to make their way into the 3rd. And at the natural, those Lings are going to be forced away. They're not going to find much of anything. On the other side, we have some Banelings, though, and those could find some connections. One siege tank is here, but the bio not in range. So unless CoachZ is here to micro, those Banelings could find the connections. They're coming in now. No speed. One already picked off. That siege tank, gonna deny that. Speed for the Banelings is on the way, but wasn't quite ready for that attack. The Banelings, once they get speed, they might try again. The Zergling's gonna make their way over. Might just try and draw the attention of CoachZ away again and get those Banelings in on the backside. The Overlord being chased by a whole lot of bio units. Now the Zerglings are gonna try and get into the natural again. These might just be sacrificial lambs, though. One Zergling will get into the main base, and on the other side, here come the Banelings. And they will find the connections, most likely. And they destroy an entire middle line. 12 SCVs go down. 13th going to be added to it. Very nice pickoffs there, as 1-1 does finish here, but CoachZ doesn't like it. He says, Daddy, please, please stop. Not like this. Not like this! all the SCVs do go down. I'm not sure if I would be able to say that myself, but CoachZ has no problems. Some Hydralisks on the way as we get some more upgrades here. 16 Hydralisks. The Spire also, you have the natural here, some upgrades for the Hydralisk, but the Spire could be used here as an Overlord gets picked off. CoachZ moving out now. He's got 3 siege tanks and a bunch of bio. Some Vikings, but not very many medevacs, so the bio, once they stim, they're not going to have a ton of healing for themselves. The creep finds a creep tumor on the way, and we'll pick that one off. Stim already used. It's going to try. Nope, hiding back here. The siege tanks aren't set up yet. The Banelings finding a lot of connections here. The Banelings are huge. The Hydralisk also firing away with a good concave. The Queen's also recruited to join the fight. The Zerglings come in from the backside and will take down those siege tanks. A huge one fight there from Daddy Tugboat. Completely decimates the army of CoachZ, but he's got some army in reserve here. Now they're all moving out to protect this third base, so Daddy Tugboat does not really have the potential for a counterattack, but he might just try anyway. Siege tanks, again, not sieged up, though. They're a little out of position. The bio stims, and the Zerglings will move their way back out. The Banelings rolling away, along with those Hydralisks slithering. And so I think Baneling speed just finished. As we get a few more Banelings going to be morphed in here, but CoachZ trying to deny those. A lot of Banelings, and a lot of them will be denied. A few get canceled, so the Zerglings will pop back out of those. Banelings do come in, though, and they're going to find a connection on the front end. A lot of bio goes down. The Hydralisk chasing, along with some more Banelings. They will land again, and siege tanks will fall. The bio not able to be lifted up the medevacs. There were 3 there, but none of the bio got in and was able to get out. None of the siege tanks either. On the other side, some bio going to take down a few Overlords. The Marines firing away, but we've got to worry about this third base. The Zerglings do find their way onto those Marines. The third orbital force to be lifted here, but the Hydralisk, they can shoot air, so they're going to keep going at it. They might just be able to destroy this base too. Another command center is available, but that has not changed it into an orbital command. It's not anywhere near a base. Now the Hydralisk do find the kill. We'll be able to get out. Very nice kill from those Hydralisks. They're able to stim. They might just chase here. Infantry weapons level 2 about to finish as well, and looks like the Hydralisk will get away. On the other side, a few bio units were trying to get an attack here after one of these hatcheries in the top of the map. Now the boost into the main. Pathogen glands going to be researched. The bio going to be healed up by these medevacs. Going to take down some Zerglings before they die. Some Corruptors also spotted here. So CoachZ should know that there's a Spire and some air units available now. These Corruptors will most likely chase down these medevacs. There's a few of those here. Another boost used, but that medevac is walking in the wrong direction. A few Marines do pop out, but 6 died inside of it. And, well, a few Zerglings going to be killed, but in the end, those Marines are cleaned up rather easily. Another chunk of bio there. Coming out, looks like we got a Planetary Fortress. I like the Planetary Fortress rush. I don't know about 13 minutes, though. It's a little too late for my taste, but I guess that's what some people do. And now the SVs pulled the fight as well. A couple of those have already fallen. The bio trying to do their best, but now the Hydralisks come. The Zerglings looking for this round. The Banelings also here. The Corruptors as well going to morph into Broodlords. He's got nothing to shoot on the air, so he's like, alright, I gotta make Broodlords, I guess. 7 SVs died, though, on the front lines, and retreat out of CoachZ. Is on 3 bases now, though. So he does have a decent mining, but it's 3 bases to 4 bases. A bunch of Zerglings being made from all of those bases, and the Greater Spire available. Of course, we saw those Broodlords and some more upgrades for those round units. And now the Broodlords come out. They're rather slow, but once they get there, they'll do a lot of damage. And I don't know if this third base is ready. A lot of Marauders and Marines here. Just 1 medevac here for healing duties. 2-2 is available for both sides. And the Terran theme is here. Maybe this is the time CoachZ is able to strike back. The Terran theme is here. It's ready for him. Broodlings are destroyed, and now the potential fight onto the Broodlords themselves, but the kite back force because of these Zerglings moving in. The Banelings also find a bit of connections there, and that'll be too much. Daddy Tugboat is able to take that victory. CoachZ did not have enough bio in the end.